Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to put your new starting solenoid in your JS550E box. First step you want to do is you want to take off these little things, just unscrew them. They feels like you're breaking it at first, but you're not, trust me. Okay, so you take those off, and then you're going to ground your starting wires to one of these prongs. It doesn't matter which one, but you gotta put this orange wire on there. You'll see it when you take out your old starter, but yeah, just try and copy what you had in there before, and you put it under one of these things. Just come right off, put it under one of those, and then screw this prong back on. And then it's kind of weird, so originally on my original starter, these wires were facing in towards the e-box, like with all the electrical stuff, but that is not the correct way with these ones. This time it's gonna go like this when it's in the e-box, and I made the mistake of putting it in the wrong way, and nothing really happened, but I was like, why isn't it working? So what I had to do was I swapped the battery cable and the starting cable, and I clicked the start button and it turned right over. Okay, so that was my problem. I was like, all right, so what you want to do, like I said, take off these prong, or one of them, you don't need to take them both off. Take the prong off, put these orange wires on there, and then this goes to your start button, and this you can ground wherever you want in your e-box. Just ground it out anywhere. And basically that's how you do it. I'll get back to you once I put this bad boy in there fully. So I got the e-box in there. This is what it should look like. This wire right here is connected to the prong down here. Then we got these wires that are soldered onto the solenoid. This yellowy orange one should go up here. This goes to the starting button. And then you can ground out this black wire. I grounded it out right there. And so this is an overview of what it should look like. Obviously, a lot of the wires are not going out through the plug holes right now, but I'll do that in a second. Before I seal anything up, I'm just going to test it and make sure that that it's working properly. But yeah, it's a mess right now, but this is just for testing purposes. Let me throw on hook up my battery. Okay, let's click the start button. Hopefully it goes. Oh, you know what? It's grounding it out. Okay. It's a job. So that is good. Battery is probably dead, but it is cranking over, so big thumbs up there. The solenoid is working. Now I'm going to put the whole thing back together correctly and show you. Hopefully it's in the e-box all sealed up. Use some 1211. Use that stuff. It's really good. Don't use any other sealant. I've made that mistake before. But this seal up your e-box nice and good. Make sure you get this right here. Seal up these rubber seals, because water can get into those if they're not sealed good enough, and it will trash your e-box. Someone who had this before me did some bootleg stuff to it, and what do you know, it didn't work out. So I'm redoing it all, so it's gonna dry, and once it dries, then I'm gonna put it back in the ski, and hopefully everything works. All right, so I put the e-box back in. Everything seems to be going well. I put it in how it's supposed to be, so it's working now. What I did do, is I added another ground wire from the e-box to the engine itself and give it a good ground connection so that everything's working right and it's working as good as it can. So I will show you what I got going on.
Back in there, as you can see, I added this ground wire right from here where the carburetor manifold and the intake manifold, not the carburetor manifold, and the e-box, grounded it out right there. And there's the starter wire and the positive battery cable. So we should be ready to rock. Let me just show you that it does turn over. The battery is a little bit dead, but I'll show you. Alright, so got the jumpers hooked on there. Now, put this on the battery. Now, hit the start button. So we're rolling. So that's how you put an e-box back, or a starter solenoid in. Hope that helped out. I know I had a lot of trouble doing it.